Hey Scott, this is David with MVCO Machinery. Your 6 MCR is just about ready to get loaded up on the truck. We've got your skid bucket, 24-inch digging bucket, and the skid steer adapter plate. Also, we've got a flat face coupler for the mulching head. That's your primary circuit. This is your secondary aux circuit if you need it. Over here is actually where you'll hook up all the mulching head stuff. So this will be your pressure for the mulcher. This is your return line. And this is the case drain line, straight back to tank. So there's a extra 3/8 coupler there if the mulcher doesn't have one. And there's also an extra 3/4 coupler in the box for you. We've got your forestry guarding, front and top, and bottom, both sides. They came out pretty well. I went ahead and already took this mirror off for you. They do more harm than good usually. And in here, we have the upgraded battery. If the battery overheat warning starts flashing in the cab, this sensor can go out sometimes. Just cut those wires and connect them together. This is your return filter for the case drain. It runs up here and straight back to tank there. Your main valve block, radiator. Here's your battery cutout. This is where you'll grease the sling. This is your AC dryer. And around the back, we've got the alternator here with some of your change intervals, block heater installed. There's your oil filter, your fuel pre-filter, and your standard fuel filter. Everything was changed 200 hours ago. There's your fuel fill, your coolant, and your air filter is just in here. So there's your air filter, and this is the wiring for the foot pedal switch, which is labeled, which is for the left and right here, and that's just ground. I'll show you that in a second. Here's where you plug in the block heater. It's labeled too. Also very important to check your track tension regularly. Also apologies for the mud. It's been freeze thaw here non-stop and we just can't keep it away. But for your track tension, you will pick the whole machine up, blade down, spin around, and then pick the back end up too. And there is this tool. So once it's picked up, you'll go here, see 6 MCR, and this is a go, no go gauge. So put it in. If this part goes in and this doesn't, then you're good. If this doesn't go in, you're too tight. If it goes all the way through, it's too loose. Also important that your tracks are around to the loosest point when you're checking tension, which is usually, if you see any of these markings on the tracks, have those somewhere in the center, just not on the edges, or else it'll appear tighter than it actually is. I'm gonna leave this right here for you. I also have this box for you. It'll be in the cab. There's your blinking light, inner and outer air filter, fuel filters, oil filter, hydraulic O-ring, secondary hydraulic filter, and here's that other 3/4 or 5/8, can't remember, flat face for you. This piece we took out to replace with the foot pedal controls. So those will be sent straight to these wires, which I didn't wire up because I didn't put the connector on, because when you get the mulcher, you'll run the mulcher wires and it'll already have I believe a 7-pin on there, and only 3 or 4 of them should be in use. So you can pin these in. They've already got pins in them to that. And then whatever attachment you want to run with the foot pedals will work with just one coupler and the mulchers. Also, these valves are turned off right now. So when you want to switch to your auxiliary, make sure your thumb is turned off. And I also leave it off in transit because this cylinder can bleed. All the other boom cylinders have anti-drop valves on them, however. This front guard opens up real easy to clean the window. You just take these two pins out and then open it up. You can also take the whole guard off really easily. Once it's swung open, it just pops up off those greasable hinges there. We've got our boom light there and a secondary boom light here. And you can adjust this one to see to your right if you need that right side camera to be lit up. And LEDs on the front and on the back too. So inside, this is where you'll control all the lights. They're all wired up together with this button here. This is your continuous flow button. This allows you to set the top speed if you want to set it to like 1 mile an hour or something, but still have full RPM. Just have a little more control over your more sensitivity. You can do that. Here's where you switch from skid steer to excavator mode. It will not start in skid steer mode, just a note. This here will couple and uncouple your boom. So normally you should be running in manual mode, which allows you to control this boom with your foot pedal and your right boom with the stick and your stick with the left. But if you push this button, you'll see that green light turn on. And when that's on, the adjustable boom will be coupled to the stick. So the foot pedal won't do anything, and this pushes out, will both push this out and push your stick out. I recommend getting used to running in manual mode if you can. And this will switch your bucket curl to skid steer style bucket curl. So you can see if that's on, if that light comes on, and that means this will be up, this will be down, just like in a skid steer. But of course in an excavator, you want this to be in and this to be out. Here's where you can switch between your cameras, side and rear. And yeah, everything else is pretty simple. You can set up your mulcher if you hit the menu and go over to attachments. You can set up the flow in and out. And also, if your pressure is not working on the right side, you can switch it right here. So that will reverse the flow. Yeah, I'm excited to get this to you, Scott.